We're all addicts. Just to different things, be that cigarettes for £4.72 or the casino sweats you sweat while betting on black or red over roulette tables or blackjack decks, or the feeling of clammy palms belonging to those hands pulling the arms of the one-armed bandits that sit in the hallway of the southbound Watford Gap service stations. You might be addicted to syringes, knee-deep in limbs, searching for veins that cease to exist, or hidden back alley encounters with trousers down to your ankles, or you might prefer the bitter, bottom-of-the-can, backwash taste of a Tesco lager can. One of a six-pack you bought yourself as you watch the end of Pointless Alone for the 7th time this week. Or you might be addicted to the sweet satisfaction of a box set binge, an Orange is the New Black overdose, or an eye-open comatose evening spent in the House of Cards. You might be addicted to West Wing syringes pushed into Father Ted veins, or back-to-back Breaking Bad episodes watched in one long afternoon chain, or the streaming illegally of the green gold that is the Game of Thrones because you can't wait for Sky Atlantic to show you Dragon's Death and Tyrion Lannister kick some Stark ass. Now, last year, I was addicted to an East Coast seaside penny slot machine called the Circus Big Top. And with flashing primary-coloured lights, it tempted me in like every primary school child to sponge cake and custard served on a Thursday lunchtime on plastic plates. The Big Top took my pence and turned them into less pence I started with, sometimes winning me a cheap gift or a small screwdriver set I haven't used since, and after 10 minutes, I was down £1. In order to play on, I broke into a tenner, which allowed me to push more pennies into those slots, watching them run down into the belly of the beast so I could feast my eyes on the copper magic that occurred when pennies fell onto other pennies that pushed other pennies onto the sliding battlefield below. And when my money was gone, my wallet empty, my bank card blown, I simply gazed as the pennies advanced slowly to the edge, where some dropped and some stayed put, and my stomach dropped and my body stopped. Limbs ceased to move, as if I was stood atop a tall building. Nothing suicidal, mum, nor anything like Freud's death drive and beyond the pleasure principle, but I felt this kick, this natural impulse that affirmed the urge to live, the urge to win more pennies and 2p's and more small screwdriver sets than I'll ever need. Now got so caught up in my penny slot addiction, I forgot I was in a public place, a space where other people got on with their day, and from the cashier's desk place somewhere in the centre of the arcade, a voice shouted to me saying I was in breach of the peace, causing upset to the mothers around me because swearing won't make you win more 2p's, so I left. Hands in the air, a loser on the beachfront of Filey. I was a defeated penny slot gambler who upset day trip mothers with foul language when he'd lost money to a machine made for kids. I had two options. Head back to my six-pack of Tesco lager and try searching for a pointless answer in the famous Stevens category, where my only drunken guess of a brief history of time would land me a score of 52, and that'd be me out the game, no pointless trophy in hand. Or I could head back home to Netflix and queue up a season next on my list and join the madmen in their downtown New York offices for 7 seasons worth of suits, smoking, and Don Draper decision-making, a far safer addiction than the Circus Big Top penny slot machine housed on the beachfront of Filey. Ta.